I know you have some issues and point out all of what we know about tariffs, all of the downside of tariffs, but you do kind of make an exception for China. You think that might be a different animal, and that may be something we need to address with some of their tactics?
Well, I must say well, first of all, good morning. Thanks for having me on. But I do make an exception for enforcement of trade agreements and non-market economies. If you're going to negotiate a trade agreement, you need to actively enforce it. I also think you need to abide by it. But China is definitely an exception because China has systematically gone against a lot of commitments that it has made, and it is overwhelming the world, not just the U.S., with its overcapacity, oversupply, basically exporting its economic mistakes and wiping out manufacturing capacity all over the world, not just in the U.S. It's moving up the food chain, the value-added chain in the process, and we should be working with like-minded countries to address that. And I would say we should be working with rather than hitting at like-minded countries and allies on that score. I also think when our trading partners are doing things that are inconsistent with their commitments, we should be using the rules that we've negotiated, agreements we've negotiated with them, and going after them, just like they're going to go after us. And we, having been in this business for more decades than I'm willing to admit, it's kind of interesting and odd to be in the kind of trade war that we've been talking about and warning about for all these years, and discovering that we weren't just the one crying wolf.
Yeah. We do know that Mr. Ford is coming down, and maybe on the table is the USMCA. So my point is, so if Canada still imposes on milk 270%, cheese 245, butter 298, poultry 238, eggs 153, barley 150%, peanut butter 295%. So if that's all in the USMCA, then maybe you threaten tariffs, have the guy come down here and say, look, we got to change this USMCA. Is that just too much of a brute force for you? Should we just live by an agreement? I guess it was negotiated by President Trump. Do we just live by it, or do we just sit there and thank you, sir, may I have another? Or do you try and negotiate it lower? Or at least start some things that has to be addressed by the Canadians?
Well, I would say this. I think that the USMCA agreement reached in the first Trump administration was a major accomplishment. But like any negotiation, like any deal, whether it's a government-to-government deal or a commercial deal, you're going to end up accepting things you don't like. I hate Canada's supply management program. There are other things about the Canadian regime, digital services taxes. There are things about the Canadian trade regime that hurt us, no question at all. There are also things we do to the Canadians. Start talking about our, look at our sugar program. They don't like our dairy program either, by the way. Things that we do, and there are things also included in USMCA related to rules of origin and automobile that they don't like. So everybody had to suck it in and accept some things we didn't like.
What do we do? I'm sorry, can you just explain, Ambassador, what we do with our dairy and our sugar program? Because we've heard a lot about the subsidies or the tariffs that they put on dairy coming to us. What do we do on the other side? Is it subsidizing those?
In sugar, for example, we have very, very strict import quotas on sugar from everyone, pretty much everyone in the world. And we have forever. We produce beet sugar and some cane sugar, and we have our own import restrictions that we don't talk about all that much. In the case of dairy products, it's sort of a mix. We have relaxed some of our import restrictions, but we have a lot of supports. Some would call them subsidies for our dairy sector. we also have been trying, our dairy sector has been trying to become more competitive, and that includes some companies some producers in the northern states that are trying to export to Canada. But you talk to the New Zealanders, which the New Zealanders are among the most export competitive producers of dairy products in the world. They would love to be shipping us non-fat dry milk, for example, and we're not taking it. So everyone has their import restrictions. We have fewer than most countries, but we have ours too.
Is fentanyl just a distraction to say, like, you need an emergency to be able to reopen?
Red herring.
Yeah, it hasn't been an emergency. It's hard to describe. It's hard for me to describe that as an emergency. There's a provision in USMCA.
Americans dying.
Oh, you're talking. Well, okay. So this is a really great question. One of the issues that I have with the current, I don't know, call it a strategy. I have a hard time identifying a strategy and a set of goals here because there are a lot of different asks going on, right? I mean, we're talking. Yesterday was steel and aluminum. When the administration came in, it was fentanyl. It's been immigration. We're talking about unfair trade practices. We are talking about pay-fors, for supplementing U.S. government revenues, for tax cuts, for the budget. So there are a whole range of objectives that have been laid out for increases in U.S. tariffs, including national emergencies. So some of them are mutually exclusive, right? If you're using a tariff as leverage to get something else, then in theory, when you get that, you take the tariff off. Well, that means that if you wanted to use it as a source of revenue, you can't because you've taken it off. So I guess the point on USMCA is that if there's a provision in USMCA, if the question is unfairness, like dairy, you mentioned dairy, if you don't like the dairy provisions, if you don't like the auto rules of origin provisions, there's a provision to reopen and renegotiate, review USMCA in 2026. That's there. They should use it, and they've said they are going to use it. In the meantime, what do you do with your immediate trading partners and your allies to deal with what I would argue are far more serious national security problems than dairy products?
Well, what's depressing, Ambassador, as you point out that we make a lot of things in the United States still, and maybe it's a noble effort to try and bring back manufacturing, but that doesn't mean you're bringing back, we don't use as many jobs anymore. So we may bring back manufacturing, but it may not help, reinvigorate the Rust Belt, but by giving jobs to all the people that lost the jobs.
Well, and that's one of the, people are fond of saying, politicians in many cases are fond of saying we don't make things in the United States anymore, and that's not true. We make a lot. In fact, manufacturing output has gone up pretty steadily. In the U.S., it's just manufacturing employment that's gone down. Right. And so how do we address that? I think the key, it is fine to be reshoring. It's fine to be doing more nearshoring. I think it's very important not to be dependent on countries that you don't trust for inputs, but you shouldn't be coming up with a trade policy that jeopardizes your competitiveness, where you are consistently raising the cost of inputs to your manufacturing capacity, so that your users, right, your auto industry, the shipbuilding industry that you want to reinvigorate, are going to be facing higher prices, so that they're not competitive domestically or internationally.